Okay. Second try. I don't know what happened there, but I'll wait for you all to join me. Okay. Can you hear me and see me now? Hey, I'm back. It was frozen. I don't know why.
And it says chat is disabled.
Yeah, because I've started a new one.
Okay.
Beautiful. So, okay, I'll give everyone a couple of minutes to join us so they won't miss anything. Okay, good on us. Nothing will break us. Nothing will stop us. We will try again and again and again and again because we are the power. All right, good. I don't know what happened. I was talking, suddenly it froze. So I believe that you've missed a lot of the things I was saying about Neptune and Mercury. Let's give it another minute for everyone to catch up with us. It's a shame. We had a nice big group. Hopefully everyone come back. Yay, awesome. Yes, welcome back. Come on, people. By the way, did you like my chief Buddha? I took my Buddha and I initiated him as the chief. He's now the chief. Chief Buddha, connecting the East and the West together. All right, cool. Where is all your energy coming from? What do you mean, Jeremy? The same place your energy comes from the source. All right, so here we are. We're catching up. The group is filling up. Big love from Jana and Blake. I thought about you this morning very, very strongly because I was looking for a picture to post last night on Patreon for the group chat. And suddenly I saw the pictures from the wedding ceremony we celebrated in our space. And I was smiling. I was like, oh, such a beautiful time. Okay, support at the fantasy and illusion. Stop. Oh, thank you, Maritza. Stopped at the fantasy and illusion in Pisces. Yes. So Mercury in Pisces is not the best place to have clarity, to have understanding, because it's a bit confusion. I said it many times in the groups. Mercury in Pisces is like taking a mushroom, a magic mushroom. And suddenly you go like, I need to get home, but I don't know how to get there. I mean, I'm okay, but I am tripping. That's kind of Mercury in Pisces. Rook and B are here too. Awesome. Oh, Bharat, Rukshika, fantastic. Excellent. I missed you guys. So, all right, the group is picking up. So back into the loop. Mercury in Neptune. Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, is just like Pisces. Illusions, deceptions, fantasy, substances, drugs, escapism. But on the good side, it is the dream, it is imagination, it is mystic, magic, alchemy, connection to spirit, connection to source, fantastic for meditation, great for journeying with spirit. Oh, I have a cramp in my muscle. That's annoying. That's a funny one. I'm sure you all just laughed now. There's no place for the whiteboard, but in the future, I'm learning everything. I just need to learn so much technology right now, which is classic because that's Mercury in Pisces. That's Venus in Gemini. And so what I will be able to do very soon, once I get my head around it, is that while I'm talking to you, I'll be able to share a screen and show you and pinpoint things to you. So it will get better and better and better. Just give me some time. There is a lot I need to do in order to get to the right place. Jamie, awesome. So the fact that Mercury comes together with Neptune, it's still going, but it was mainly exact yesterday. And that could be confusion to the max, delusion to the max, deception to the max. you falling down to the trap of your own illusions, to your own stories. You're doing great. So much learning for all of us. Thank you, Tavitha. That's what I'm here for, you know. That's what that's what feeds my soul. Sharing the love, sharing the light, and being here with you guys. It's so good, you know. I've missed think, you know, for me, every day I used to be in my sacred space, seeing people, welcoming people, hugging people, connecting with people. And for me, suddenly to be all by myself, very, very different. So for me to have you guys joining me, it's vice versa. It's feeding me as well, and it's giving me a lot. So thank you. Um, and so this Mercury Neptune, how are you gonna play with it? Are you gonna watch the news and believe the lies, the deception, the illusion, allowing them to create an illusion in your head that everything is fearful, dark, doom, gloom, bad, or something isn't working on mine? I don't know what you mean, Emily. Um, I hope everything is working right. Uh, or are you going to connect with spirit, meditate, channel? Um, Again, Mercury is like the mind, the communication, the expression. Is like Neptune is divine love, inspiration, mystical, magical connection with spirit, magic, alchemy. So it's all you're gonna go tune in and connect with like-minded people, like-hearted people, and meditate together and manifest the new dream of the new earth and create a new through your imagination. Wash the planet with white light, with golden light. Send golden light to all the sick people, to all the healed people, to the economy. Send healing and blessings and vision of all the people of the earth coming together, rejoice in harmony, working together for the betterment of all, which is exactly what is happening today in an hour from now. And that's what I said. It's one of the most important global meditations we ever had before. Because right now we're in time of crisis. Now we're in time of the darkness. And this is the time where we need to bring all our knowledge, all our experiences, all our expertise together. Because we can't hug and we can't see each other face to face, but we can meditate together. And when we meditate together, we are doing the positive Mercury Neptune in Pisces with Venus in Gemini. We are connecting, creating connection of quality, of love, of happiness, of beauty, of magic, of alchemy, of the new dream. As we connect through spirit, in energetic form, in intention form, in conscious form. And this is the new age. This is part of the new age when we need to remember that through dark things that happen, spirit is also forcing us to transform into a new skills, right? So I said it yesterday on the Telegram group of the Patreon that it might possibly be that at some stage they will also shut off the internet for a while. It's very possible if we'll get to a certain point that they will need us to know less or to connect less. But if that happen, when that happen, remember what we're doing here today. When you can connect, you could be sitting in your living room, meditating with me, thinking about me, and I will feel your signal. You will come as a thought, you will come as a feeling. And if I will sit here and meditate with you, then I can connect with you. And so even if they'll take the internet away from us, they can never take our soul connection. That's what they can never take from us. But for us to maintain that soul connection, we need to make sure we're doing the positive Neptune in Pisces, that we are keeping our connection to source, to spirit, to the divine, to divine love, to the angels, to the masters. Michelle Morocchi, awesome, is joining us. Great. Love you too, Mali. Who is it? Nick Merci. How are you? From Belgium. Of course I remember you. I remember you all. I wish I could see faces because I'm so much better with faces. This is not my living room. My living room is downstairs. Um, my wife is happy that it's the living room downstairs and I'm here because otherwise I'll take over the house. This is the lighthouse. This is the new studio. This is where I come to you from, sending the signal. And so that is Mercury and Neptune. Now, pay attention. We spoke about Venus in Gemini, what that does, and how it supports what we're doing right now. We spoke about Mercury with Neptune right there. Now, the next phase I want to talk to you about is, just a second. I'm getting, oh, that's funny. I'm just going to put it on flight mode because people are calling me. Flight mode, thank you. So, the other thing that is happening is that Uranus, reminding you, Uranus is on the 5th degree of Taurus. Now, Uranus is in Taurus since the beginning of 2018. It will be there until 2025. So we've got good 5 more years of disruptions, revolutions, innovation towards a new future, technology, electricity, artificial intelligence, robotics, energy, sound healing. It's cryptocurrency, it's digital money, it is a revolution in finance and economy, revolution in mother nature. It is big changes in our values, in our physical reality, in existence. That's Taurus. And so this is only 5 degree, and already look what's happening, right? So there's a lot more to come. Now, for me personally, last night, Uranus was exactly on my sun. And so through me, I like to show to people what can we do with that, because we should take it to a positive, proactive thing. It's like, okay, Uranus is on my sun, electrifying me, change. If you resist change, you will find yourself frustrated, annoyed, upset, dysfunctional, not really doing well. But if you embrace the change and you say, you know what, this is a time for me to recreate myself, to reinvent myself, then you're creating a new reality. You're creating a new dream. And that's what we should all focus on now, because we need to understand the world we live in, or lived in 2 or 3 months ago, is not coming back. We are not going to live the same way again. Things have changed forever. And at the moment, we're still in the process of detachment from the old world. So this detachment will keep on unfolding as more things happening on the financial system, in economy, in commerce, in business, in the stock market, in Mother Earth. Last live stream, I said, you need to be in a mindset that we need to prepare for winter. And suddenly here we are, the last 2 days, freezing cold, winds, rain. And this is the tricky time, people. Very important now. Make sure it is the season changing that is the most risky, because you're having a hot day, and you have a cold day, you have a few hot days, you have a few cold days, and you're not prepared for it with what you're wearing, what you're dressing. You can get a cold, you can get the flu, and that's what we don't want to get. So, again, as I said many times before, chaga mushroom tea, vitamin C, vitamin B, vitamin D, zinc. Make sure you build your immunity. If you're starting to feel unwell, suddenly you're sneezing a bit, suddenly there's a bit of snot, straight away a dose of vitamin C. Just because the vitamin C is like your commando squad. They are like your warriors. They're going like, eliminate the germs, create health and prosperity. So that's important. Cliff, sending love to everyone. Thank you, Cliff and Jenny. I love you guys. So that's about Uranus. But why am I talking about Uranus? Because in all this situation, Uranus is aligning with the biggie. I'm keeping the biggie for the end, right? So the biggie is Jupiter Pluto. That's the main reason of today. But I'm just showing you how on top of Jupiter Pluto, so much else is going on that is cooking one big massive shift. Okay? So Venus in Gemini, Mercury with Neptune, Uranus in Taurus, and now let's talk about Jupiter Pluto. Jupiter Pluto is a big, serious thing, because Jupiter is the one that highlights and magnifies everything. Like, take the amplifier of your sound, turn it to the maximum volume, blast off the speakers. That's what Jupiter does. Now, if your speakers, Jupiter doesn't judge the speaker. It doesn't care which music you're playing. It will still amplify it. So if you're listening to Bob Marley or to some really dark, heavy metal, doesn't matter. Jupiter is just making it louder. So one house will play full blast Bob Marley, and could you be loved? Yeah. The other one is like, it's ruined my voice a bit now. I need a sip of tea. So yeah. Oh, I've got it here. Lucky I'm smart. I put it here. I don't need to look at the small screen of my phone. So yeah. So Jupiter and Pluto will meet exactly at 12:47 in 49 minutes from now. So they're already meeting, really, right? Because reminding you, each star sign has 30 degrees, 0 to 29, and each degree has 60 minutes. Now, the 60 minutes is not in our linear clock time. It's defined by the speed of the planet. So for Mercury, 1 minute is like tick, 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 tick. For the moon, it's like every minute is like he's moving a degree. Tick, 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 tick. For Jupiter, tick, tick. For Uranus, tick. Then he sits there for a while. Tick. All right. So Jupiter and Pluto meeting on the 24th degree of Capricorn, 53 minutes. All right. So Pluto, the Dark Lord, the Grim Reaper, the Lord of the Underworld, the Master of Fear, the Master of Pain. Capricorn is around. No, let's stick with Pluto first. Pluto, right on your North Node. Wow, that's massive. That's massive. It's like face your biggest fear as you want. If you want to move forward, you have to conquer that fear. If you want to move forward, where are you going to with this fear? So I always say that about Pluto, but I always like to balance that as well and say, don't think that Pluto is just a bad guy that comes to kill you. Pluto is the master of evolution. Pluto is the master of transformation. Is basic like Pluto. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. 1,000 planet Earth can fit into Pluto. That's how big he is. He's massive. That's why his energy is so amplifying, because he's so huge. The entire solar system can fit into Pluto, and there will still be place for over close to 1,000 Earth. It's that big. So the fact that Pluto, this monster, comes sits on Pluto, Jupiter on Pluto, is like the darkness gets its moments of glory. Of like, think about Lord of the Rings scene when the darkness seems to take over and they come in with all those trolls, monsters, like, Roar! That's kind of this moment where, on the other hand, you got Gandalf and the other guy standing on the hill looking like, oh my God, hope we're going to live through this. But then Gandalf doing the Mercury with Neptune going, and suddenly this light comes out. And they're like riding down towards the darkness with this light, like, yeah. And then the light overcome the darkness. So as we're having this Jupiter coming together with Pluto, on the same night that I said on the live stream that they're going to be the worst news, like bad news, secrets revealed, the darkness reveal itself. Then suddenly I saw a commercial, I think it was Channel 7 or Channel 9, that today, I think it's in 60 minutes today, later in the evening, 7:30 in the evening, they're having a show with a Chinese reporter, whistleblower, sharing things about China that the world doesn't know. That's Pluto with Jupiter. That's like, let's expose the dark side behind this. Let's expose the lies. Let's expose the secrets. Let's expose the things that they kept away from us, so we awaken to the truth, because Jupiter is also the guru. Jupiter is Yoda, the oracle of the Matrix. Jupiter is like the highest truth. I want to know the truth. What is going on here, right? So it's very awesome in many ways that Jupiter comes with Pluto on this day, because we may all had experiences over today, yesterday, this weekend, issues around power struggles, issues around control, issues around facing our fears, facing our pain, facing traumas. Now, I mentioned the last live stream that this energy is echoing from 2012, because the last time that Jupiter met Pluto was in Sagittarius in 12 12 12. It was on the 12 12 12, 9 days before the 21st of December, end of the Mayan calendar. Wow, amazing, right? So, excuse me, a cough. So Jupiter moves every year, a star sign, okay? But Pluto moves very, very slowly. So Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008. And what happened? We had the financial crisis. And at the end of 2008, so it was, no, it was 10, 12, yeah, 12 years. Yeah, it was 2008. At the end of 2000, yeah, it was the end of 2012 that Jupiter came on top of Pluto. But last time they met in Sagittarius. Wait a second, who is that? Sue. Sue is in the house. Awesome. And Jeremy, get on the vitamins. You got it. Hopefully you got it. Yeah. And so Jupiter and Pluto last time met. They meet every 12 years just because Jupiter moves like that and Pluto moves slower. So every time they meet in a different star sign. Okay? Like that, basically. So last time they've met in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all the doors are open, optimistic, vision for the future, positivity, everything is possible, yay. But now they meet in Capricorn. You can only walk through that door only if you go out to exercise or an emergency or if you need to do shopping. That's the only times you can leave your door. Restricted by the government, by authority, by the system. That's all Capricorn, right? Government, authority, the system, restrictions, control, law and order, discipline, due diligence. Is like, sorry, humans, there's a very narrow door which you are allowed to walk through. There's a very narrow way for you to make income these days. There is a very narrow way for you to live your life on earth right now. And so it can feel very restricted, very fearful. Oh my God, what's going to happen to us? On top of the virus, the financial system is collapsing. What are we going to do? What's happening in this world? Oh, the fantasy and the illusion of Neptune and Mercury is being smashed. Life is not just a retreat in Bali. So we all kind of getting a big whack on our face of wake up, wake up. The illusion you lived with is done. Okay? So Jupiter highlights the end because Pluto is also death and rebirth, transformation, evolution. So this is the end. Realize, understand, reflect, process. Life as we lived 3 months ago are never coming back. Do not hold on to it. Do not get too attached to it. This is where the Buddha is teaching of detachment is coming very useful, very handy. It reminds us that nothing of this world belongs to us. Nothing of this world is ours. Everything is changing constantly. And when you get attached to something, as soon as that something goes away, you can get scared and all these things because you based your personality, your identity, your functioning on earth on that something, right? But hey, that's not you. That's something that you have become. So if this beautiful wobanet will suddenly break, I can't be attached to it. I love it. It's nice. It's beautiful. It makes it my Buddha becomes the chief, right? But if something happened, I can't do anything about it. I need to let it go. Practice detachment. So this got to do with possession, material, but it's also got to do with a job, with your role in life, with your direction in life. It got to do with your relationships, with your beloveds, with your friends, with your community, right? So this has been the end of our relationship as a community in our sacred space. Our sacred space is locked. There's no one there. There's nothing happening there. But If I'll be attached to the sacred space, I'll be suffering now. I don't want to suffer. I brought the sacred space into here. And even if I didn't have any of that, I've brought the sacred space in here. This is the sacred space. So this is something we need to remember. So could we be in this way of a life for the next 12 years? Why 12 years? Because of the cycle of Jupiter Pluto? No, that got to do with other cycles. Reminding you, we just started. Saturn is now in Aquarius, 0 degree Aquarius. Saturn has now started a new 30-year cycle until it will come to Capricorn again. Okay? And so this is important to remember. The last time Pluto was in Capricorn, let me just check it for a moment because there's something in the top of my head that wants to come out. I just want to make sure that I'm right. I'm gonna pass it back to 2000 and sorry, I'm gonna pass it to 1991. Where are you, Pluto? Yes. Yeah. 1995. No, what was that? Okay, I don't want to waste time on that, but there was something important that I wanted to say about it. Don't remember that right now. But, oh, yes, it's Saturn. Sorry, got it. Last time Saturn was in Capricorn was 1991, 1989. Let me see. Where are you, Saturn? 19. Saturn in Capricorn. Saturn in Capricorn was 1988 to 1991. Okay? What happened 1998 to 1991? Some of the things that happened, Berlin Wall was taken down. There was a financial crisis of Japan. There was a financial crisis around the world. What else happened there? A lot of things. I remember one time I've listed that. If you look online for global events that happened between 88 to 91, you will see a list of very important events. A Gulf War happened around the oil, right? And it's all got to do with it. So then there was like the destruction of separation, the destruction of the old financial thing, and we started a new cycle. And here came Saturn in Capricorn again, 30 years later. And right at the end of Saturn in Capricorn, this is where all this virus started. This is where all the financial crisis started. And now Saturn is already in Aquarius, initiating the new system, the new structure, the new law, the new life, okay, the new governance. And now it will go, but in May, Saturn will retrograde back into Capricorn again. They're gonna be so it's almost like we're gonna get a bit as soon as Jupiter now passes Pluto, moves on. Mars is moving on from Saturn, but in 2 days, Mars in Aquarius will square Uranus in Taurus. The warrior is getting an electric shock of action towards the future. Okay, so also very powerful energy coming through later on this week. But Mars will pass, Jupiter will pass Pluto, and then we're gonna have a bit of okay, we kind of got used to it a bit. Okay, it's not as scary. Okay, we can do it. Okay, we are flattening the curve. The virus is not spreading as much. Oh, okay, the multi-trillion dollars printing that the Federal Reserve Bank of America is doing until this moment, and the Bank of Australia and all other banks, that helped. There's a bit of recovery in the stock markets. Things are, okay, relax. No, the banks are not going down. The stocks are not going down. We're still here. But then comes July, when everything is coming back together into the same degrees that we are in now. So where Jupiter meets Pluto now, this degree will be triggered again because they're going to move forward, but then they're all going to retrograde into this degree. So whatever happened now has echoing effect from the past, And as we go into the future, we will be able to look in July back and see the interconnection between what's happening now and what's going to happen in July. But yeah, as I said, all this year is a journey. Let's stick to now. That was regarding the question, Kimberly. So in this way, how long we're going to be, we don't know. I believe months at least. Um, are we ever going back to the same way we did? No. How it's going to be, I don't know. I just take it day by day. Every day we need to kind of reassess because everything is changing constantly. So as I said to Linda in the beginning, that I was thinking about him because I was thinking if I need to leave the city, I'm going to Lyndon and Michelle in Ballarat. So it's not that I'm doing that for, oh my God, we have to run. No, 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 no. I have to consider the fact that if the future bring a unstable energy within a population, within the metropolis of millions of people in a city, I don't want to be here. I want to be a bit in a safer place. But also what we can expect with Uranus in Taurus and all this process that is going around the structure government is that the system will try to impose their control and power in a different way. So I can guarantee to you that our mobile devices are tracked more than ever before right now. Wherever you are, they're tracking your signal through Google, through all kind of things to see if you're keeping your distance. They are listening to you through Facebook, through WhatsApp, through all these applications that are open. So if you do care about your privacy, if you're talking about personal important things, put your phone well away from you. To get better with that, you can even go to your settings in your phone and go through each application permissions that you have given and just shut off microphone, shut off camera, shut off storage, shut off that, so they actually don't have permission to use it, even though they might still use it even if you don't give them permission. So we need to develop new awareness to technology. Uranus is in Taurus. Saturn is in Aquarius. We are moving to a new future. I just read an article this morning that drones deliver food to people infected in quarantine areas. We have to come to terms with the fact that we are moving into a kind of a sci-fi reality with the internet, artificial intelligence, and all that. So back to Jupiter Pluto. We've got 30 minutes until the global meditation. And what we're going to do is that we're going to cut off all the talking, and I'm going to just play for us the meditation. And we're going to journey together, meditate together, and join in the global forces and create an impact, because us doing this global meditation is Gandalf hitting his light stick, and the light shines as we combating this amazing tsunami of dark fear, panic, uncertainty, doom and gloom that they're trying to impose on us, because we are the majority. Millions of us are the majority, and if we will dream a new dream for reality that is our dream of enlightenment, our dream of awakening, our dream of unity, then we are creating the dream that we want rather than the dream that they want us to create. You see, that's what they're good at. The masters of the dark forces, that's what they're being so good at. They're using your TV shows and your news as tools of hypnosis. They just send in you signals, narratives, and they sneak it into the commercial and the promotion. And they sound very dramatic and very scary. It's very serious. You should listen to us because we really know. And they empower the chaos. They empower the illnesses. They empower all that. Wait a second. What is the crime rate right now? What is the car accident rate right now? What is the drug abuse rate right now? What is the stealing rate right now? What is the pollution percentage right now? What is the amount of consumption of oil and petrol right now? You see, they don't make us look at all these things that usually, oh, by the way, where is the protest in Hong Kong? Gone. Yeah. 2 months ago, it seemed like we're going to a war with Iran. Where is that? Gone. So suddenly we're not talking about terror. Suddenly we're not talking about wars. Suddenly we're not talking about this army going there and China is taking over this and da. Suddenly that's gone. So you see what I mean? They don't care what happens. They will just use the most negative aspect that exists in reality, and they will empower it and talk about it and inject it to consciousness of individuals, to unaware, unconscious people. They are the easiest target because they don't have a filter of perception. They will just take it in, and they use enhanced postures like Trump is doing, like that, and they will use certain wording, and they will just keep on posting it, so people will just kind of download, and it becomes their own thought process because they're not thinking for themselves. They're thinking what the news tells me is the truth, what the prime minister tells me is the truth, what this tells me is the truth, but not, right? So we are here to change the narrative. We are here to talk a different truth, that if you look around, you will see so much other positive things happening. I guarantee to you, months ahead, a year ahead, we will look back into this time in perspective of Mother Nature, of the ecology, of the ecosystem. Think about the animals. They are loving this. The animals don't have the humans interfering. Sound travel 4 times faster in water than in air. Every jet ski boat that sails the oceans sends these signals of motor, and it travels 4 times faster and far. Now, if you are an ocean being, you rely on sound as a sonar activity. Suddenly, the whales, the dolphins, the fish, they're all going like, yeah, baby, it's oceanic vipassana. Humans are finally out of the picture. We can now just go back to how we used to be. So, we're not spending as much, we're not buying as much, so we're not creating as much waste. All the packaging, the card boxes, the plastics, all that. There is so much good. We're not going to shopping centers, so shopping centers doesn't need to use so much electricity and air condition and food and all that thing. So Mercury with Neptune in Pisces. Are you going to fall to the illusion of the darkness, or are you going to create the new dream with like-minded, like-hearted beings? Okay, so Jupiter is closing in on Pluto as we speak, and Pluto is power. Where are you placing your power? Where do you want to be powerful? Where are you lacking of power? What kind of fears you have that are draining your power out? What if I won't have any money? Yesterday, I've seen a YouTube movie, 14 minutes, of this guy. I think he's Indonesian. He built 60 days. He paved out of the soil a swimming pool for a millionaire with a stick that has a chisel at the end and one vase. That's all he had. And he created the most amazing divine space, underground pool. And he fished his fish from the lake that he brought the water from, and he bathed in the lake. And all he had was a stick, chisel, and a vase. So for me, when I saw it, I was like, I need to show this to everyone, to remind everyone, even if we don't have money. We are a survival machine. We can survive. We will survive. We are coming together. They think that by isolating us and disconnecting us and injecting fear into us, they think they are falling to the illusion that they still on top of the game and they're gonna get us into this thing. But we are awakening. We know who we are better than before, or at least we aim to know who we are better than ever before, and we're coming together. Now, as Jupiter is together with Pluto, by the way, we've passed the 80 people on Patreon today. Woohoo! Thank you, everyone. That's fantastic. I'm really grateful. It just feels so good to get your support. I can't tell you, because as I said before, this is now the new way of me providing my family. So there's many more things coming down that pipeline, and soon enough I'll be able to start offering the private sessions as well, and that will come. Thank you, Angelique. Angelique is with us there from the beginning, champion girl. So now, on top of Jupiter with Pluto, Then comes the moon. The moon is in Virgo, as we said. What is Virgo? Virgo is around justice, truth, balance, right? Jupiter, Pluto, the fear. Mercury, Neptune, the dream or the illusion. Venus in Gemini, let's rethink, let's reprocess. Uranus in Taurus, disruption, revolution, sudden unexpected shock, nothing is certain. But then comes the moon. The moon is the feelings, the feminine, the emotion. In Virgo, I want to find balance. I can't empower this fear anymore. You know what? So what? Until now, I was afraid to lose my money. Until now, I was afraid to lose my job. Guess what? I've lost my job. I am free. I am free from that fear. Oh my God, but what will I do if that person leaves me? How can I live without that person? Guess what? That person has left you. You are free from that fear. You no longer need to fear it. And what do you find then? You find the power that was lost while you were hosting the fear. Saying is like, whew, you know what? Better to be after than anticipating this fear. So the moon, the feelings in Virgo is like, I have to balance my emotional body. I have to balance my feelings. I have to find justice. What is doing justice for me? Is it better for me to be here on this live chat with Ami and all these beautiful people? Or is it better for me to listen now to the news on the radio, on the TV? Because the world is really bad. You know, they're also playing with us in many ways because every year, thousands of people die from flu. Thousands. You know? So it's like, it's not that it's much different. It's just, yes, this virus is legit. It's a pandemic. Yeah, it's a dark magic. It's a dark creation. It's some people say it's a bioweapon, you know? So, but we don't want to go there because that's the Neptune Mercury. Oh, conspiracy. Yeah, I want to know what the dark is doing. You know, the trick there, you can't understand the darkness if you come from the light. And the more you try to understand the darkness, you become the darkness. It takes over you. And it makes you think that you figured it out, but it laughs at you because it gives you what it wants to give you. It's like the Masons. You know, in the Masons, they say, the Freemasons, every degree in the Masons, you know a whole new truth that disqualify the truth you knew in the previous degree. That's how they work, secret society. You need to get to the top in order to know the real truth. All ego plane. Stay with us, and if you do that and that and that, you become a second degree Mason, and a third degree, and a fourth degree, and a 10th degree. It's like a multi-level marketing. If you get to the golden member, then you will make that amount of money or that amount of money. All right. So the idea is, don't try to understand the darkness and don't fool yourself to think that you figured out the darkness. It's not our job. The darkness like to play its games. It's there to play its games. Cool. Let me play with the light. Let me play with the love. Let me do what I can do, what I want to do. I will feed my energy, my consciousness, my presence to the light and to the love. So the moon is aligning with this Jupiter-Pluto, right? Jupiter-Pluto is there. And from Jupiter-Pluto, you've got an alignment with Uranus in Taurus. You've got an alignment with Venus in Gemini. You've got an alignment with the moon. And then it also aligns with the moon nodes. Phenomenal, right? Because the moon nodes, they're sitting on the second degree now. Next month, it's already moving, by the way. We are changing the axis of eclipses. So we're coming to full moon as well by the end of this week. And so the moon nodes, the north node is the future. The south node is the past. This Pluto-Jupiter aligning with the collective past, the collective future, with the feelings and the emotions, with Venus in Gemini, processing the relationships, the values, the beauty, with Uranus in Taurus, revolution, disruption, innovative, reinvent yourself. And it also aligns with, and then the moon nodes aligns with the moon. So everything is like super, super connected now. It's like, get this right. Where are you going? Are you going with the collective past, manifesting the old world of living under fear, in the darkness, suppressed by power? Or are you going to move with us into a new future, into a new dream of love and light, because something people forget, and I keep on reminding it. If this is what's happening on planet Earth right now, do you know how much happens above and beyond planet Earth? Because as below, so above. As above, so below. Everything that is happening here is happening on a multidimensional perception reality situation. And so there is also a massive spiritual warfare, a combat between the light and the dark on many, many levels. And there is a lot of light beings, of masters, of teachers, of guide, of star seeds, of star beings, because Venus in Gemini is also traveling on the Pleiades, channeling the family of lighting. There are massive amount of attention from light forces, from light beings, keeping us strong, guiding this, supervising this. So let us connect in 15 minutes from now. We are connecting to the meditation. And I want you to take into that meditation all these realizations that there is that darkness over there, but we are now here connecting with the light family, connecting with the family of love. And there's millions of people, hopefully millions, as much as we can. If you can, even now, by the time we start meditation, just share it on your social media to join. Not even if they don't want to join us on this live stream, to join in their own thing, prayer, candle, meditation, whatever it is. If only 78 people of us in this group, 78 of us doing it, and another 100 there, and another 50 there, and another 30 there, and another 1,000 there, and 10,000 there, and 15,000 there. And we all connecting through the energetic grid of the earth to empower this new dream. Wow! This is our power. This is our championship. So that's what I wanted to share with you about the astrology. Very powerful day to bring it into your individual self. Observe yourself today and yesterday. What kind of dynamics of power did you have? Do you have? What are you feeding? What kind of fears exist inside of you? What did this talk brought up for you? What are you facing? Where can you reclaim your power back? Where can you embrace this evolutionary process? And remember that on a soul level, you have chosen to live in this time. You have chosen to go through this process because you are capable. You have the gifts, you have the talents, you have the power, you have the capacity to go through this process. Otherwise, you won't exist on this planet. And all the people, unfortunately, who are passing, dying, for many different reasons, it is being told that in this decade there will be souls that will choose to leave. It's too much for them. They can't take it. And so we need to embrace that. Luke is saying, the darkness encourages the light. Exactly. The brighter the light, the darker the shadow. Yin and yang. Exactly, Luke. You are talking the right language, brother. So we've got 14 minutes left until the global meditation. Any questions? Anything you want me to mention? Anything I haven't spoke about? I'm looking at the chart. I haven't spoke about the sun being in Aries all this time, right? So Aries, self, ego. What do I need to do for myself? What's right for me? Where do I want to go? What's my direction? What's my goals? It's about me, and it's in the individual, but it's also about each country. How are we going to treat this virus? How are we going to treat this virus? So, for example, in Sweden, they have decided weeks ago that they are not going to go to quarantine. They're going to follow a new way of herd mentality. Let the herd get sick. In that way, we're all going to get stronger. We're going to get through it better. 2 or 3 days ago, as the death rate started to accelerate, they have ditched that old stuff that they thought that they are innovative, and they went into quarantine as well. On the other hand, in the Philippines, last night I've read that the prime minister have instructed the police to shoot dead anyone who is not following quarantine. Okay, so it shows you how each country is doing its own areas. Here, if you go out, we're gonna shoot you dead. Here, okay, Australians, you can leave the house only for exercise, only for shopping, only for this, only for that. Thank you, AC. It's nice to get your feedback. And how will the full moon affect this situation? Oh, let us get there. When we get there, we get there. That will be on the weekend. First, until the full moon, let us pass through the square between Mars and Uranus. There's always things happening. Guys, in this time, just take it day by day. Don't try to look too much ahead, okay? Because so much is going to unfold every day. So much is going to change every day because we're in this, the cube with the colors? This is where we are now. So it's like a creator took the cube of physical reality and it just went like, and now you have this cube full of different colors and you need to bring it back into order. Okay? So every day will be like a chick, 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 chick. Every day will be like keep on trying to find the new structure, the new gift. It will take us time. So don't wait for it to happen this day, tomorrow, next week, next month. Think that we are like a spaceship flying through a wormhole, and it's like, and we're going to come out of the other side. The big shift will happen in December, because what will happen in December is that Jupiter, after they will retrograde, they're going to move forward, and Saturn is going to move to Aquarius. Then Jupiter is going to move to Aquarius 2 days after, and then they're going to meet. And that is highlighting the new future, the new reality, the new structure, the new system. All right. Yeah, Rubik's Cube, exactly. Carrie, good to feel you. Stefan, MJ here, interested to know about your opinion on 5G. What can we do? 5G is fucked. Oops, said the F word. That's not good. 5G is not. I mean, humbly, I'm not a specialist in that department. Yeah, and there is so much information out there about it that you can become a specialist within 24 hours of digesting information. 5G is not good for us, not healthy for us, very dangerous for us. Extreme powerful energy, radio wave. It's basically 5G is very strong frequency, but it's locally. So it's kind of like every 500 meters or every kilometer, they will put like an antenna of 5G, and that antenna will go like, and that's supposed to create a faster internet bullcrap, okay? Because there's many agendas to that as well. Now, I have read about the conspiracy theory that is running around it. A lot of it is true, but I said at the moment I choose not to focus on conspiracies as much, and the moment I choose to be proactive, active, designing my new system, creating my new life, because that's what I can do. I can't stop them with the 5G at the moment, but yeah, there is a lot of dark talk around the fact that 5G is basically what triggered this whole thing. It just interacts with our bodies in certain way and triggers the reactions. There's a lot of good people doing a lot of good work about that, so I'm not a specialist. I will go to them and read what they're saying, but just be careful. 5G, what can we do? Can you stop 5G? Not right now, because you're at home. When we'll be able to go out to the street and maybe do a peaceful protest, maybe yes, but right now, okay, you learn about what doesn't give you any power. You feel powerless because there's nothing you can do about it, right? You can sign a petition, you can be aware, but you can't really change that. But what you can do in 9 minutes from now is to meditate with the love, with the collective light, to ask for angels and masters and divine protection to sabotage any dark forces plans. On top of invoking the love and invoking the light, let us pray for the light forces to sabotage all the dark plans, all the lies, all the dark forces, to sabotage them, so that the truth will be exposed and they will never be able to fulfill their dark plan, and yeah, and everything will be all right. So that's kind of what I've got for you. 8 minutes left to meditation. We will start a bit earlier, so we will tune in for sure. Any other questions? Oops, anything I didn't cover? Shoot. What are you saying? How are you feeling? How are you doing? And for those of you who are already part of our Patreon community, we have a Telegram chat group. A Telegram is an encrypted chat application that is better than WhatsApp because WhatsApp is owned by Facebook. So Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp are all owned by the same entity, by the same artificial intelligence that follows us and listening to us and watching us and everything. Adrian Nicholas, hey brother, good to feel you, man. Hope you're shining. Hope your muscles are still growing. Um, and so yeah, um, Telegram is more encryptic, so kind of good to chat on there. And we have a group. We are posting a lot of things there. Any advice for people who have their birthdays during this time? Hello, my birthday is on the 25th of April, which is in 20 days from now. In my head, what I'm planning, I'm gonna make a disco party in this room. I'm gonna play the music. I'm gonna do like a DJ set, and I'm gonna put some balloons, and I'm gonna celebrate with everyone who loves me. The new way, you see. Oh, I can't have a party, and I can't go out with my friends, and I can't do this. That is the Chiron in Aries. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be a victim. You want to say, "Wow, that's going to be a cheap birthday. I don't need to hire any venue. I don't need to pay for food for dinner or restaurants. Don't need to pay for drinks. I'm home. So let me celebrate. I'm joining you on my birthday. On Valerie, yes, we have the same birthday. That's right. Exactly. We're going to make a birthday party. So my advice is to do something like that. On a Zoom platform, with your beloveds, with your friends, just kind of put it out there. Party, you can make like a 10 20 minutes so everyone to give each one a platform to say blessing and and then just kind of play some songs, put a candle on, make a cake. You have time to bake your own cake now. Oh, but I don't know how to do a cake. Okay, you've got the time. Go on YouTube. How do you make a cake, a vegan cake, a chocolate cake? Learn how to make a cake, find the beauty, find the happiness, make a birthday party for yourself digitally, and let everyone join you. Maritza, I love being at home. It has been a time to reconnect with myself indeed. I have separated, and I find that this time is making me stronger. Also time to connect with those I want to connect. Muy bien, Maritza. Muy bien, hermana. That's the way. That's the right way of looking at AC, I'm happy you're loving the idea. And so 12:40 people, get yourself sorted, make yourself comfortable. The screen will still be running, the camera will still be running, but we don't want to be. It's again, remember, it's not about being here watching me because you're not really meditating with me, right? When we start, just close your eyes, just connect with the sound, realize that even though you're in your own space, we're actually connected. And I want you to visualize it in your mind. Visualize that we all have these energetic connections to source. It's like these golden strings of light. And when we meditate together, there's these golden connections that run between all of us and connects us all. Okay? So you're not alone. And even if you don't feel it, even if you don't think you are connected, you are connected. Anuka, thank you. Thank you, love. Alison, hi, Ami. My birthday is tomorrow, the 6th. We can order takeaway from our favorite restaurant. Good on you. Support the restaurants, It's something important. We have to remember to support each other in this day. If you can, use your naturopath, use your psychics, use your counselors, use your therapists, because we have to develop our own way. We can't rely on the system to give us a bonus, because when we're going to get that bonus, we don't know. How much we're going to get, we don't know. We're going to get mincy pincy, referring to the millions and billions that they give to the corporate to bail them out, right? So we have to develop a way that we are here for each other. We support each other. You might make a birthday cake and send it to that woman, and she can send you or give you, I don't know, an hour of counseling. Things like that. Think barter system. 12:42. Set yourself comfortable. Let's let go of the intellectual blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we've got 90 people on the group. Woohoo! Powerful people coming together. 89. 88. Okay, cool. So let's take a moment of silence and then start. I'm reminding you, we are connecting now with people from all around the world. From Australia, all around Australia, wherever they are, many people like us. From Bali, from Thailand, from China, from Japan, from Asia, from Iran, from Lebanon, from Turkey, from Israel, from Europe, from America, from France, from Spain, from Italy, from everywhere you can think of. We are all connecting right now. Okay? Let us journey with spirit. I'm just gonna make some changes while I'm preparing for this. I'll take my Buddha chief down because I need to put the balls on. It's the first time I'm doing it like that. Hopefully it's gonna work. Move my chair. All right, now tune into your breath. All right, let's get out of our heads. We've done a lot of talking. Now we want to get into our spiritual bodies, into our feelings. So let us get out of the physical reality, close our eyes, take a deep breath all the way down. Fill your body with breath, right?